Hey guys, how's everyone today? Oh, that doesn't sound too good. I'm not a musician, but I have a feeling that this guitar is probably like out of tune. I'm just saying, just saying. Yeah, no, I can't play. But I mean, who knows, guys? Like maybe during my time here, I will take up some lessons. Who knows? Who knows? Like maybe in the next few weeks, like I'll like practice like guitar and then like I'll play you guys some songs and then maybe I'll even do like tutorials on like learning guitar. If anything, don't break the guitar. That's better. Hey guys, how's everyone today? Great, good, stop it, love it. Okay. So, this weekend the family actually decided to take me to like a family like I don't know, like garden party that they like had planned. We all like got in the car, it's like a family. I sat in the middle because the kids didn't want to sit in like the middle seat, and I'm like really, like you're sticking the tall one in the middle. Like where's the logic in that? It was like an hour outside of where we are, so I don't even know what direction we were going in. I was just like, okay, cool. It was beautiful. It was scenery that I haven't really seen before, so I never got to see like the countryside, so it was just really pretty. We finally got to like this main road, like in the middle of like nowhere. And I was like, why are we pulling up here? Like it's so random. And it was just like this dead street. Like there was nothing on it. Like there was like barely any cars. I'm like, where are we? Like, does anyone even live here? Like it looks like a country town that's been like deserted. We go up to like one of the doors and like they knock on the door and I'm like, what? And then like they open this door and like it turns out it's like a house and I'm like, what? Like I thought this was like the main street where like shops are and stuff. Turns out it wasn't. It was like where the house was. And yeah, like we open up the door and we walk in and like there's this like all these rooms, like it was massive and so it was so huge. And then we walk out and like the backyard is like massive. It's got like a swimming pool. We had like several like marquees with like food and stuff and tables set up, and I was like, whoa, this is like fancy. Like the French people do like really cool garden parties. In France, it's like custom to like do a double kiss. So mwah, mwah. But yeah, and like not just to like one person like you would like see back in Australia, it's like you're like maybe you'll go up to like the people that you're really close to and you'll be like, oh hi, mwah, and that's it. Or like hi, and you like give them a hug. But in France, it's like customary to like kiss every single person at the party. Like in Australia, you'd be like to all the other people, you'd be like, oh hi guys, hey, how you all doing? Cool, that's good for you. But in France it's totally different, and there was like maybe like 50 family members there. That's like 100 kisses I gave away for free. Like I did like the first two people and I was like mwah, mwah, and then I realized like they were all standing in like a queue and I'm like, what is this? It's like they were lining up for a ride. Like everyone was just like, okay, when's my kiss ready? And like you could see like all the older dudes were like they were like excited to like kiss me, and I'm like, oh. So it's like mwah, 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 until you like get to like the last person. You're like, oh thank God there's no one left. And then someone else just pops out of nowhere, like a new family member arrives and you're like, oh crap, I have to like get up now and kiss them as well. Oh, that was exhausting. I was like, oh, you know, go and get a drink for yourself. I'm like, okay. So I go and get a drink, and we get a drink, and we decide to like sit down. I wanted to sit down next to the swimming pool. And so like at first I was like, okay, cool. Like I'll just kind of sit here for a bit because like I'm just like absorbing like this new place I'm at, and I don't really know anyone at the party. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, like all the mums just decide to like swamp me. Like They all just came over and decided to like sit down, you know, next to me, and like they all just start asking me these questions like, why did you decide to like move to France, and like why did you do this, and what are you doing here, and like, and then they were all telling me like one of the women was like telling me like about her experience like living in Ballarat in Australia, and I was like, whoa, shit, this woman is like a tough bitch. Like, that's like the country in Australia. Like, that ain't easy. As a foreigner who doesn't speak English, like at the time she didn't speak English, and she did it like 20 years ago. Like, respect to this woman. But yeah, it was weird because like all these women like came over, and they like they kind of treated me as like a free English lesson. I was like, what? So I wanted to like speak to them in French, so I was like trying to talk to them in French, but then they'd be like, English, teach us English, and I'm like, okay. One of them was like, do you, I was like, oh god, I'll just finish the sentence for you. And eventually they got bored, which was good, so then I finally got a break. And then like everyone started going in the pool, and it was just like the rest of the afternoon was like so nice. It was like such a nice, beautiful sunny day. And it was a hot day too, so like I had my bathing suit underneath, so I decided to like take all my clothes off and just, I mean, not the bathing suit obviously, and like go in the swimming pool. Eventually like the food came out, and it was just amazing. Like there was so much wine, and like they made like duck for me because they knew I didn't like have like red meat, because it was like a barbecue kind of thing, you know. So like they made duck for me, and everyone else had like red meat from the barbecue. And like there was just so much food. Like there's so many foods, and like meats and fruits and desserts and entrees, and oh, the entrees, like the canapes. Oh my god, that was just amazing. I had like 5 of them. I'm like, give me the tray. Like I spoke to like a few of the teenagers who spent some time in Australia actually. And so like they were talking to me, and like it was really fun. And they're like, oh, are you going to go and study next year? And I'm like, guys, I'm not 17, but thank you. First, the kids were in the swimming pool. Then, like, the older kids go in the swimming pool, and I was like, stuff it, I want to go in the swimming pool. And then, like, all the parents started joining in, and I was like, this is so much fun. And then we all played, like beach-style, like, volleyball in the pool. It was so cool. And then, yeah, it was basically just a really nice, relaxing day. It was a good way for me to, like, meet people, because I didn't really meet the family yet, or I just only met like, just the family themselves. I didn't really meet anyone that they knew, or their friends, or their family. So it was really, really nice. Yeah, and then it was getting, like, time to leave. And everyone was like, oh, goodbye, Australia girl. And I'm like, does no one remember my name? No? Okay. Okay, like, I feel like I'd remember, you know, like, I'm not very good at names. Like, I'm pretty bad. But if there was, like, that one new person at the party, and they're probably from, like, I don't know, if they were from Germany or something. But yeah, and then it kind of got a little bit interesting towards the end, because one of the mums, she decides to tell, like, all the mums, they just loved me. And I was like, stop it. I love you guys too. I love all of you. She was saying to me, like, oh, like, how old are you and stuff? And I'm like, I'm actually, like, 27. And she's like, oh my god, like, you should have a husband by now. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, honey, no, definitely not. Like, honey, I am a single woman, and I'm gonna stay that way. Like, trust me, I got plenty of husbands on the side. The whole family was listening in a conversation. I'm like, cool, whatever. And then she decides to tell me in front of the entire family that she went to Australia in Canberra, actually. This was in Canberra. And she met a guy who was Aboriginal, and she decides to have, like, some kind of, like, love affair with him. And I was like, what? And she was like, I was still married to, like, my husband at the time, like, and her daughter was, like, right in front of her. And she's, like, laughing to me. She's like, my daughter doesn't even understand me. Like, she can't even speak English. My daughter can't even tell that, like, I'm telling you this. But, like, yeah, I, like, cheated on my husband while I was still with him. And I'm like, why are you telling me this information in front of your daughter? Like, in front of your daughter. She's like, yeah, I just, like, I don't know, I just fell in love with this, like, Aboriginal guy. And I'm like, you probably shouldn't be, like, telling the whole family that you were, like, cheating on, like, your husband. I don't know, but who knows? Maybe it's a French thing. I don't know. Like, I always kind of knew like they were a bit of a sleazy culture, but I was like, oh my God, like people, like she was so upfront about it. And I was like, oh my God, like what the hell? So when I said to her like, oh, like I'm not really interested in like, you know, I'm not really interested in having a husband right now. She's like, well, I'm now divorced, so we should go clubbing. Come on, let's go and find some guys. And I'm like, honey, I am up for clubbing anytime. Like, I don't care. I'll go clubbing with like some young people. I'll go clubbing with an old grandma. I don't give a shit. Like, clubbing is clubbing. I'll go out, have fun, meet people, like whatever. I don't mind. I really enjoyed myself though. It was a beautiful day. It was great weather. I got to meet like a lot of like interesting people, so it was really, really fun. So that was that story. Yeah, till next time, guys. Till next time. How you doing? All right, guys. Well, till next time. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I will flip this one out again. Oh, that's bad. Wait. Okay, no. We want to end like on a positive note, not like a sad instrument note. No. So I'll talk to you guys next time. See you then. Have a good day as usual. Have fun. Oh, crap.